Good afternoon, Grand Rising, everybody.
Right, what's going on, everyone? What's going on? Pinkies up, everybody. It's time for tea. I'm your guy, John Tell, back with Meg for another episode. How you doing today, Meg?
I'm doing great. How are you doing today?
You know, I can't complain. It's a good day. It's a good day, because I'm here. I'm blessed, and some of us are not. You know what I'm saying?
Right, and we're back.
That's right. We're back with another webisode, bringing y'all all the tea. Because here at the Tea, we provide news, interviews, commentary, pop culture, politics, music, and more. Nothing is off the table. Things can get spilled when you don't censor a dish. Raw news and resources mixed with history. We are here to be true, authentic, independent media. So, what Kool-Aid are you drinking? Because we've got some tea for you. A healthy dose of information that will feed your soul, inform, and educate. We want to thank you for viewing and supporting. As always, if you'd like to support, we do have I Am Sino gear. We'll explain that in a little bit as we discuss it today in today's episode. And you can DM us, text us, or email us for how you could obtain that and for just how much. Now, today, we are going to get into a few things that is breaking news. The first of our stories to talk about is the release of Britney Griner. Yes, y'all, Biden hails release of Britney Griner from Russian prison. She's safe. She's on her way home.
Yes, it's about time.
You know, this article doesn't really explain too much. However, the other article does give a nice tidbit, and that's what I'm going to go ahead and read. I'm going to drop it in the comments for y'all first. Here. See, I don't think this was the one either. Okay, no, this was it. Okay. The U.S. has swapped WNBA star Britney Griner for convicted Russian arms dealer Victor Bout, according to a senior U.S. official. The basketball star was taken into custody at a Moscow airport in February in possession of vaping cartridges containing hashish oil, which is an illegal substance in Russia. Griner pleaded guilty in July and was sentenced to 9 years in prison on August 7th. She appealed the sentence, but it was quickly rejected in October. And WNBA and NBA commissioners praise release. Commissioner of the WNBA, Kathy Engelbert, applauded the release of Griner, who is an 8-time league all-star, and said she, quote, showed extraordinary courage and dignity in the face of enormous adversity. There has not been a day over the past 10 months where we all haven't had Britney Griner on our minds and in our hearts, and that has now turned into a collective wave of joy and relief, knowing that she will soon be reunited with her family, the WNBA player community, and her friends, Engelbert wrote in a statement. The WNBA celebrated Griner all season, putting her number 42 on every court and even having every player in this year's All-Star game wear her number. Many players spoke out throughout the season for her release. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver, who had also consistently pushed for Griner's release, said in a statement, quote, Britney has had to endure an unimaginable situation, and we're thrilled that she is on her way home to her family and friends. We thank the members of the NBA and WNBA community who never wavered in their efforts to raise awareness of Britney's unjust circumstances. Seattle Storm star Breanna Stewart, the 2018 WNBA MVP and a teammate of Griner on both the U.S. national team and Russian squad, had posted a plea for Griner's release every day on Twitter, counting the days and tagging President Joe Biden, Vice President Kamala Harris, and the White House in the Post. On Thursday, she wrote, quote, "BG is free, 294 days, and she is coming home." A DEA agent is very disgusted that Boot was traded. Derek Maltz, who oversaw the DEA investigation of Victor Boot, told ABC News he's very disgusted that this convicted Russian arms dealer was traded for Britney Griner. In 2008, Maltz was the special agent in charge of the DEA's Special Operations Division, whose agents took down this guy in a sting operation in Thailand.
That's not nice or not nice.
Hey, Britney Griner is in an extremely upbeat mood and is all smiles, according to a senior Biden administration official. The athlete is in good health and is being offered a wide range of support options following her time wrongfully detained, the official added. The agreement is to secure her release was reached in recent days. Though multiple engagements, the Russians made clear that the only route to securing Britney's return was a release of the Russian national. And in the last 48 hours, as this had all come together, Britney was moved from the penal colony where she was being held to Moscow, and this morning she was brought to the UAE, where she was met by U.S. officials. That makes me feel really good. In that sense, I do understand the severity of the criminal that committed crimes that we gave up in exchange for that. So it is a bit of a bittersweet thing. However, this is big. The fact that a Black openly lesbian woman playing basketball that was wrongfully detained, and if it was any other situation, I mean, they would have said, "Fuck you," So, yeah, new photos released by Joe Biden's office show the First Lady hugging Britney Griner's wife at the White House Thursday morning. "Britney is coming home," said the First Lady. Nancy Pelosi said in a statement, "Congress and the country are overjoyed to learn that thanks to the committed, focused leadership of President Biden, Britney Griner is finally free. Today, our hearts are with her dear wife and the entire Griner family as their beloved Britney is safely on her way back to America and will be home for the holidays." Griner's negotiations were painstaking, Russians treating Wayland differently. Go ahead, Meg.
Oh, I just said it's amazing right before Christmas. Like, that would definitely have to be the best gift for her wife.
Right. Biden says that he thanked many across his administration who worked tirelessly to secure her release. She's relieved to finally be heading home, and the fact remains that she's lost months of her life, experienced a needless trauma. She deserves space, privacy, and time with her loved ones to recover and heal from her time being wrongfully detained.
Directly impacted trauma is now what they have to deal with.
Right.
For 200 plus days of being wrongfully incarcerated over a vape cartridge. That's horrible.
Right.
But at least she's free.
I'm saying, I'm just thankful that she is free.
Right, 100%. Her first night as a free person.
Yeah. So I want to pivot very quickly over to a situation down in Mississippi, Gulfport, Mississippi, that is, where if you are not aware, justice for Jaheim has been going on. A 15-year-old boy shot and killed by Gulfport, Mississippi police in the doorway of a Family Dollar, and he was dying as they handcuffed him and walked away. And so the mother of Jaheim, they decided to boycott Family Dollar and Dollar Tree, and they decided to and take a look at some of this footage. And while we're taking a look at some of this footage, we'll talk about some other things as well. But I wanted to show y'all this because it's very important that you continue to see people standing up for their rights. So let's go ahead and get into it.
I ain't letting up on you motherfuckers at all. The perfect going down. All you bitches, you too, motherfucking when you look like a fucking tip. You about to lose your job. You about to lose your job. You about to lose your job. Hey, okay, sir. You about to lose your job. Hey, okay, sir. They want another win. They want another win. They want another win. Look, all of them want to pull up. All of them. All of them. He supposed to be representing us.
He ain't no better. He ain't no better. You already stay down the middle?
You ain't saying the fuck you.
All we came to do was put on the fucking mental that you're fucking down. Let's talk to the fucking women. Shut it down. Shut it down. Always fucked up. I don't appreciate that shit.
You got me fucked up. I'm gonna take y'all bitches down. Got me fucked up. You racist bitch. Y'all racist bitch.
You are protecting this thing, girl. You killed a human being.
You get a 50-year-old. And guess what? You put that bitch.
Pussy ass. Hey, no. No. Ain't no what. You know what?
No. He can do shit. He pussy. Look how he looking. It is our duty to fight for our freedom. His mama is a bigger fucking problem. It is our duty to win. We must love and protect one another. We have nothing to lose but our. Look how he looking. We have nothing to lose. Look how he looking. Look. Look how he looking. It is our duty to fight for our freedom. I'm gonna give it to you. It is our duty to win.
We must love and protect one another.
We have nothing to lose but our chains. We have nothing to lose but our chains. You know me. You know me.
Jaheem.
You know me.
Jaheem.
Jaheem. You know me.
Jaheem.
Why did they do that?
Jaheem.
Fuck y'all. Fuck all y'all bitches. Fuck y'all. Look at him. What? It's more? Fuck y'all too. Fuck them too. Yeah, you too. Fuck you too. Fuck you too. And what? And what? Oh, okay. Fuck all y'all talk. Fuck all you bitches. There he go. He's scared. Don't do shit. Y'all got us fucked up. Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all. Go back to that funky ass hole. Fuck y'all. That is nothing. That's a fucking country. Anybody say anything? Did anybody hold up for my son? And they don't want to ride up and you pass my house like you're intimidating someone. You murdered my fucking son. You murdered my fucking son. And you Peter Black. Nigga, you didn't even want the fucking in hell. Because you might hold up. You don't motherfucking people.
He may not agree, but he can't say
Y'all know what this girl. Y'all, they took down all.
Release that what? What are we leaving for? We don't have shit. We do not have shit. What are we leaving for? The trainer wants to leave. The trainer is running this. We're not running this. You been asking for the same shit. October 6th. What are we leaving for? How we make that make sense?
That is took down all the dang posters. What they do with the posters? What the posters? What the posters? What the posters? What they do with the posters?
Let's talk.
We literally have nothing. We don't have shit.
Go call him.
We know that. That's why I'm stepping for her.
What they doing?
Then what, bitch?
Look how he looking.
Then what?
Look how that man looking. Look at him.
Fuck you, bitch. Fuck y'all.
You took it.
You dumb hoe.
You fucking
Fuck
took
ass,
it.
stank ass bitch. Don't let your sister fuck her.
They know they can't do nothing. Where the tape at? Where the tape at?
Everybody, we finna come deep as fuck. Deep as fuck right now.
I'm finna tag everybody.
So for those watching, this is Gulfport, Mississippi, and the mother of Jaheim McMillan is here protesting with them. This is a boycott at Family Dollar. So boycott Family Dollar and Dollar Tree, just so everyone is aware. Boycott them both. So I guess we can go ahead and talk a little bit. Just so everybody's clear, just so everybody know.
Put it up. That's what we came here for. Follow through.
We are hitting the road soon.
Follow through. Then let's get it. We literally leave tomorrow. Start putting that shit on.
They not finna let you in. You black, sir. You're not finna get in.
You don't know it, bro.
Obviously, he don't give a fuck.
All right, guys. So
You ain't even setting a fucking example with your bald headed ass. Get your ass on.
right, get your ass on out of here. Get your ass on out
Get
here.
your ass out here.
Now that does bring up a good conversation. I wanna say real quick, because I did see that earlier, and I was like, "What in the hell?" Like, he walked up as if he thought he was gonna walk in. I don't know if he was trying to like patronize the store or what, Yeah, I don't know what happened. That was weird. Y'all had like booted off at the same time. I thought y'all was like boycotting me or something. Uh,
Never.
but nah, this bald head mofo just gonna walk up to the door trying to tell them to calm down. Don't tell me how to protest
Right.
someone else's murder. What are you doing? Being a
People with motive
capitalist,
or intent.
right? And so this guy walks up like he gonna do something, and then walks off. Take your stank ass home.
Mm-hmm. Grandpa.
So yeah, this for everyone watching. This took place at the Family Dollar in Gulfport, Mississippi, where Jaheim was murdered. He was shot in the head by Gulfport, Mississippi police, and as he was dying, bleeding out from the head on the pavement, he was handcuffed and the police officer walked away. His mother was here at the protest and rally boycott as well, speaking her truth out against the police. So that's what you were just witnessing, viewers. Now, do y'all have anything to speak on concerning Gulfport, Mississippi, real quick?
Gulfport, Mississippi. Where do we even start with y'all? 2018, we're finding out that, Jakeem's uncle was shot and killed by Gulfport police
Let's talk about it now.
and terrorized with pictures that are awful. For even somebody that watches this kind of shit every single day, the family is traumatized. God forbid don't anybody mention mental health, because this family has went through some major trauma just dealing with the police by themselves. They need love, support, compassion, integrity right now to get the answers they deserve. They are entitled. How are we going to get it? We going there.
That's right.
This is just so sad. And to be such a young life that had their whole life left ahead of them. And to know, like, the police, again, we talk about this all the time. Their main job, their sworn duty to the public is to serve and protect. Who are they serving, protecting? Themselves or us? Not us. We protect us, the people.
Who keep us safe?
Us.
We keep us safe.
Mm-hmm. Talk about it. Out here killing kids recklessly, acting like they got nobody else to worry about.
So they tried to set up a makeshift memorial.
There's 4 officers in the store. For what reason? Is there any patrons in the store?
I think there ends up being more. There's other police officers like in the parking lot, if I'm not mistaken.
But for what? Did they think they were going to burn the store down? By all means, if that's what it takes, burn that bitch the fuck down. Just don't do it with no cameras around, y'all. We gotta be smart. Think smarter, not harder, you heard?
We got some news in from one of our investigative reporters out on the streets, Chaz Neal. There was a lockdown at Como Park High School at 1:37 p.m. That's Central Standard Time, Minnesota. There's some other news we have coming in as well, and I'm just going to get into it. Oh, Meg. Oh, Meg. Boy. So, okay. Let's talk about Ted Cruz's daughter. Now, from what we heard the other day, I only got bits and pieces of this. I think you know more than I do, actually, Meg. But from my understanding is that she tried to kill herself, and the ambulance came, and she was out on the front lawn, and she was in her daddy's arms, and like he was pleading for help or something like that. Is that true?
Oh my goodness, that is awful. If it's somewhere that we've read, then it's probably, sadly true. Mental health since COVID, we just talked about this morning, is definitely an issue for, people that are incarcerated, people on the streets, citizens, kids, adults alike. Like, it's everywhere. And until we can, address the problem, which is mental health, which gets us criminalized and, makes us, OD and try to attempt suicide, until we can discuss this in a timely manner to get to the root of the problem, sadly, all these things are probably true. And I could only imagine, as a parent, that's my worst fear, because you see kids all the time try to take their own lives because they just can't handle, life as they see it, or, but there's always a solution. That's what we have support for, and support systems. And we got to stick together, y'all, and fight for each other, because if we don't fight for each other, nobody's going to fight for us.
That's right. So, I want to pivot, I guess, really quick. If you could, you and I have been, and the whole team, we've been working on something, and we're slowly kind of rolling out and talking about it. There was an incident that took place back in 2020 in the summer as people were marching miles and miles to DC, and it's a story that we've been wanting to touch on and get into for some time. If you have the article, we can pull it up and talk about it. If not, we can go to commercial break. I need to make some coffee because
I don't have it handy, but I think it's definitely something that needs to be talked about. How can a protester who is marching for reform and change get shot in the face and then be charged?
Talk about it.
Figure it out, America. Listen up. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Solid ground, solid might. The Leon Block. Solid ground, solid might. Get your boots on the ground and fight. The Leon Block. Freedom. Freedom of press. Media. Journalists. Journalism. Words matter. Leon Block. Unite the classes. All power to the people. The Leon Block. Get in line. Are you looking to advertise your business to a diverse and conscious audience? Are you looking to give back to your community or have your voice heard? We are looking for you. The Leon Block. We want to provide people and small businesses with more traffic while connecting more people from all backgrounds, as well as integrating viewers more into what we do. Community is everything. Will you join us in help building a better life for us all? The Leon Block Independent Media is a grassroots independent media platform by the people seeking to fill the gaps news deserts have created. Left and socialist leaning, we are pro-black, cover stories of police brutality, human rights, environmental issues, racism, and more in a more in-depth way that mainstream media can't, won't, or doesn't provide. The Leon Block. Our mission is to change the way citizens look at media, to embolden everyone to take part in politics and become an integral and active part of their community, to enrich all of our lives, and to combat racism, to change the way we experience our lives. We focus on police-involved cases and incidents of racism, spirituality, world issues and news, history, music and art, and of course environmental issues. The Leon Block Independent Media is a network providing press, arts, and other media and resources aimed to better reconnect those most oppressed. We run daily web shows through social media, via Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, and post information whether it's current events or simple memes to make you think. We try to target different audiences. We do not censor anyone, as we seek to provide truth that mainstream media does not. Also, check out our podcast available on all streaming platforms. The Leon Block. Like, subscribe, and share. The Leon Block. The Leon Block. The Leon Block. Get your boots on the ground and fight. The Leon Block. Stand up and recognize your purpose. Free your mind. The Leon Block. The Leon Block. Beat the bitch. The Leon Block. The system cannot sustain. The Leon Block. Feed your brain. The Leon Block. The Leon Block.
Yo.
Yo, yo, yo.
We are back. Sorry about that, y'all. I needed some coffee because I'm running on empty and there's so many stories going on out there. Yo, Sino, appreciate that. Thank you very much there, sir. I appreciate that. I made the beat myself. I wrote the script myself. That's what we do. You know what I mean? But I'm happy and blessed to have a team here of people that are very reflective of a whole. Y'all have no idea how happy I am to have and blessed I feel to have a team that is very reflective of everything that my grandfather stood for. And he would still be even more proud of how far the Leon Block has come. He saw the inception. And now today, where we are, he would probably be in tears. So I just had to say that really quick. Sino, yeah, thank you for that. I think that it's important that people see and understand and feel how media is, right?
Right. I think he would be very proud of you, John Tell, for real.
All right, so speaking of Sino,
speaking of John Tell and his accomplishments, young man, I don't think I should give you a compliment yet because you've yet to achieve all your accomplishments, young man.
That is fact.
You are on your way. You are on your way, and I'm not gonna stop you by telling you you're doing good right now. I'm gonna tell you keep going.
Yep.
I appreciate that.
We're taking
Keep
over.
going, brother.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, let's go. We the people. Let's go.
Yes, we have to.
Let's go. But I'm tuning in. I'm listening in, John Tell. I didn't mean to cut you off there. Peace, brother.
We appreciate you, Sino, for your support and
No,
even
you're good, bro.
getting your story out there. You know, it's completely crazy the fact that you were marching for justice and then you are now the victim of being unrightfully charged with a crime for protecting yourself after somebody already discharged a firearm at you and struck you in the face. Like, you are a strong ass man, and we greatly appreciate your support and having you here with us. You're a great asset to our team.
Thank you. And that's the whole purpose of the Leon Block. So people like myself that experience those type of things, they get heard. And that's what we're missing out here is the fact that this stuff is going on the daily and nobody knows about it.
Right.
Nobody. So that's what I'm here for. That's what you guys are here for. I appreciate you guys, man, welcoming me with open arms. Thank you.
You're welcome. It's our pleasure. And you're right. That is exactly what we're here for, is giving a voice to the voiceless and giving them a platform to speak and tell their story and their truth, because we can't trust the police to protect us. We can't trust the police to, tell the truth. We can't trust the police to do their job. So there's a lot, lacking that needs solutions right now. And so that's what we're here for. We will be the bridge and continue to be the bridge until there is no bridge needed. But with this whole story with Jaheim McMillan, I had no idea whatsoever that his uncle had been previously targeted by the Gulfport, Mississippi police as well. That was very disheartening and sad and absolutely horrible, to say the very least, that this family's already been traumatized once. And the uncle's body was severed with bullets, to say the least. And, to have the same thing happen to this young man and them just continue to turn a blind eye like, oh, this is normal, he deserved it. Paint the picture of another black criminal on the streets that the slave catchers got. That's not okay. And that's why we're here, is to shed light. This little boy was a son, he had his whole life ahead of him, and he did not deserve to die, period, explanation point. And that's why we're here. And that's why we will continue to seek justice for Jaheim, continue to seek justice for Rasheem Carter, who, another innocent person who went, to the police for help and was neglected that right. So I don't see, another state that would be better for us to go raise hell in, except for Mississippi, because it seems like they're so far behind in the ways of the world today that are horrible, too. But we have to have some kind of accountability, transparency, integrity within these departments, so we are able to trust our officials.
Talk about it.
And that's the only way we're going to get any kind of change, is to put officials in office that we are able to trust. These are our seats. We elect them seats. They're our seats, just like they're our streets.
Get it.
So until we become aware of that and it not be above our realm of consciousness, we got to arm ourselves with knowledge, everybody. That's what it's going to take.
I'm so proud of you. You're so awesome. Just talk that talk, mama. You're right. But you're right.
I'm tired of it, man. It keeps going. We see it over and over again. And the kids just keep getting younger. And then Chaz, shout out to Chaz Neal, our other reporter, these babies. I have kids, Rue's a part of the team. I couldn't imagine. Don't ever put me in that situation, because I'll wear blood on my hands all day, every day, proudly. Don't let that be my baby. And, you can say that easily until it happens to you. And then the sad part about it is, whenever these things happen, these families are not offered any layers of support. Why wouldn't you want to go burn the fucking town down? They killed your child. That's the most sacred and glorious part of an individual person, is their children. We could all be not shit, but our kids are the shit. So I'll never understand. And just to see these cops, where's the justification or the causation for the justification of their shooting? Where's the tape? They're supposed to have only so many days to release the fucking tape. We're how long now after Jaheim? Show us the tapes. What led to this? Because now it's he said, she said versus they said. We closing Family Dollar down. Of course. Shit, burn it down. We got to get some kind of relief. Where's the governor? Where's the AG stepping in at? Where's the leader? I don't see or hear none. I hear very few. And if that was my baby, I'd want the whole world talking about him. and how he was how he was unjustly killed.
So people are aware, we have been in touch with the families of Eric Holmes, Rasheem Carter, and Jaheim McMillan. And we will be providing you with more information as we discuss further things with the families. And we are preparing to go down to Mississippi. We will be speaking, we will be marching, we will be down there. So if
Demanding justice. We're not asking no more. We're tired of asking. So if anybody would like to support us in our journey, we would greatly appreciate it.
That's right.
I'll be your talk person.
Yeah, and that goes from everything to gas and food, to equipment like battery packs, making sure that we are squared away. And you can donate things like water, signs, markers, chalk to give to other protesters that will be down there as well. And anything that you may want to give to family members, let us know. If you live somewhere where we do, maybe we can link up. We can vet you, make sure you're not trying to do any kind of crazy shit.
Right.
But
we're going with a vengeance, but not that type of vengeance.
But we will be going down. So if you do have any way of contributing, please do. Even if you just would like to share, it does go a long way. And we also do have merchandise for sale. Donations are accepted. You can DM us, text us, or email us and figure out how to get one of these awesome hoodies and not only support Sino, but support the Leon Block in getting to Mississippi and back safely to stand with our people and continuing to get justice for Rasheem Carter and Jaheim McMillan.
Right. Mississippi needs waves right now. We need waves.
And soon we do have some merch coming too.
Yeah.
Now, I do also want to get into really quick tonight at midnight. We do have the poet, lyricist, activist, podcast host of the show, The Rendezvous, and philosopher Day One from Philly, born and bred, joins us for another deep Black talk session. You don't want to miss it. The last time he was on was like back in the summer, so it's been a while. You can also follow him as Day One on Instagram. Tonight at midnight on Vibes, only on our network, the Leon Block Independent Media. And then tomorrow, we have Mikey Wiseman. You can go follow him on Instagram. He's from Coatesville, PA, rapper to Chester County, Pennsylvania. You can go check him out as well. We will be showcasing his music all day tomorrow. Vibes will be airing all day tomorrow, so definitely check it out. He will be appearing on Vibes at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, only on the Leon Block Independent Media, so stay tuned for that. Now, we've been talking a lot about Jaheim McMillan and his situation and the boycott there, but make no mistake about it, we will be going down and demanding justice for Rasheem Carter as well. And like I said, we do have the links to the GoFundMe for both Jaheim and Rasheem. We will post those in the comments.
Yes, and for anybody that doesn't know about Rasheem Carter was a 25-year-old man that was working in Taylorville, Mississippi, and had went and felt in danger by either somebody that he was working with or just by individuals within the city. He went to the police. The police neglected him to protect him, and less than words. And he ended up a month later being found decayed with no answers as of yet. The mother is suffering. He was a son, among many other things. This is ridiculous. Again, it has to stop. We are calling for justice and answers and body cam. We want to see the tapes across the board. We're going to be submitting these right to know requests to get all the info as it comes in. Stay tuned. We definitely got some things coming for you guys.
Yes. Okay, so we don't have much time left, but I wanted to run through something really quick and talk about just give you a quick rundown of a story that we've really been wanting to share with you. And Meg did just touch on it a bit, but I think it's time we just dig deep and we did post the article to the Leon Block Independent Media Facebook page, so you can read the article there. We will reshare the link in the comments for you if you'd like as well. Meg, if you don't mind, I'll go ahead and start the article off for y'all. So a PA prosecutor waited for months after receiving a police report to charge a man who shot at protesters. Charges were also brought against a marcher who was shot in the face and who police say returned fire. The district attorney in Bedford County has brought dozens of charges against a man for firing a 12-gauge shotgun at civil rights marchers in August of 2020, striking one in the face and endangering 19 others. The announcement from Leslie Childers Potts came just days after Spotlight PA and the Tribune Democrat learned the prosecutor had been given the results of a state police investigation into the shooting in early March, just one day after the news organizations asked why she hadn't acted on it. Terry Myers, 51, of Shellsburg, was charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, a second-degree felony that carries a possible sentence of 5 to 10 years in prison and a $25,000 fine, as well as 19 counts of each of recklessly endangering another person and simple assault. The attorney for Myers, Matthew Zatko, previously told Spotlight PA his client shot at the marchers but would be exonerated by an investigation. On Friday, he said the state police's findings were completely consistent with what we've said all along. Hold on 1 second here. All right, so charges were also brought against the marcher whom Myers shot, Orsino V. Thurman, 39, of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Thurman, who police allege shot back at Myers, was charged with aggravated assault and reckless endangerment, as well as with illegal possession of a firearm.
Can I say pause for a second?
Yes.
Okay, so in Pennsylvania, everyone, which is where this offense happened, Pennsylvania is not a stand your ground state, but it is to the degree that if somebody comes out and you feel of harm, so you are in danger, you have the right to shoot back, first and foremost, which is what Sino did, from my understanding. The police actually had told me in a very similar situation that if I would have shot and killed 2 people whenever I got robbed at gunpoint, it would have been an open, closed book case. Now, my question being at this point is, why are they treating a black man any differently than they treated a white woman? Right. It makes no sense. So please make it make sense. If you know, educate me, because I am very upset about this. Go ahead, Jonto.
Oh, no, you're good. Thank you. So charges were brought against Orsino Thurman, and he was convicted in 2000 on felony drug possession charges in Wisconsin. Online court records show. You know why they put that in there.
Because they want to paint the picture of a black criminal all over again.
Thank you.
And God forbid it be a well-educated man, which we know Sino is.
I know that's right. Online court records did not list an attorney for Thurman. See, and some of this is what we're pointing out for a reason, because this is not the kind of exact reporting we do. So we like to put, if you hear a bit of like in my voice, you know why. Childers Potts, who was the sole county authority to decide whether charges should be filed, had maintained more than 8 months that she was waiting on a Pennsylvania State Police investigation to make a decision. Reporters from the news organizations visited Childers Potts on March 22nd and were told through an assistant that the case was still under investigation. When asked for an update on the case Thursday, Childers Potts says she wouldn't release any additional information until she made her decision. Mind you, this isn't a recent article. She said, "I will not comment further until that time." She also ignored an additional question from the reporters when confronted with confirmation from state police that revealed she had received the completed investigation in March. Instead, her office issued a press release on Friday to reporters, but not us. That's right. "I personally reviewed every piece of evidence, including over 700 pages of written reports prepared by the PSP, Pennsylvania State Police," Childers Potts said in a press release. "Where someone lives or who they know is not relevant in our prosecutions. Seeking truth and justice and doing the right thing for the right reason are the important in every case. Bedford County residents for months have demanded answers from officials and tried to understand what happened that night in Shelburne, but vented that they were met with delays, lack of transparency, and information. As a result, the community has been split between those who interpreted the shooting as a racist attack and others who, often based on misinformation, supported the shooter. People need to know what happened," Max Bolger, a Shelburne resident who lives just east of where the shooting occurred, said in March. "Otherwise, everyone is going to keep arguing over two different stories. It makes it hard to know what is what. This has to end." In August 2020, a group of 20 or so Black Lives Matter activists began a 745-mile march from Milwaukee to D.C. to mark the anniversary of MLK Jr.'s "I Have a Dream" speech. Their pilgrimage paid homage to Dr. King's walk from Selma to Montgomery, Alabama, where police brutalized marchers with attack dogs, fire hoses, and more. And at 11 p.m. on August 24th, this group, who was traveling by foot and vehicles, stopped alongside a rural highway in central Pennsylvania, Bedford County, near a towing garage and home owned by John Myers. So as the marchers organized to walk uphill, John's son, Terry Myers, arrived and shot twice into the air with a shotgun before telling them to leave, according to a state police affidavit released. And the affidavit explains that Myers then scanned the crowd with his gun. After seeing two flashes, he shot at the crowd, hitting Thurman in the face. State police initially said in a press release that Myers confronted the marchers outside of his father's home. Police said an argument escalated, which led to gunfire. But a Spotlight PA review a month later said the footage taken that night showed there was no confrontation, and the official affidavit states that the same. Between the initial statements from the police and a slew of misinformation online, an armed mob packed Bedford's town square the next day outside the courthouse. A mob? Marchers, protesters, and people wanting change and reform. A mob is defined as large and disorderly crowd of people. A large and disorderly crowd of people, especially one bent on riotous or destructive action. Informal, a large number of people. Mainstream media painted an untrue picture. This was not a mob or homegrown terrorist. This was by the people for the people. And we will not allow you to destroy our towns, read one Facebook post created by a local resident. This has to end. It was shared by more than 1,000 times that day alone. So many people who showed up weren't for the area, according to a Bedford County Sheriff, Wayne Emmerich, though he could relate to the fear. He heard that the marchers might firebomb local buildings, so he deployed his officers to join the group, causing residents mass hysteria and division instead of solidarity and unity. All right, so I want to stop this right there. I hope I have painted enough of a picture for you all to understand what is going on here. The differences between the two different groups. I hope I made that clear. If not, we are going to get into it and dive deeper in the next episode. I actually will be right back because there's some other things I want to talk to y'all about. As you know, there's a lot going on. People, specifically in America, but by grander scope, the whole entire world, there's a lot going on, y'all. And it makes our job, we've got our job cut out for us, let's say that. So we're prioritizing our news and making sure that we can condense it in a way that everyone can soak it up if they choose to. There's a lot of stuff going on, and we know that you've got your own things going on. But the more informed you stay, the freer you are, and the better off you will be. Make sure you are out there arming yourselves with knowledge, y'all.
Yes, talk about it. If we don't, nobody else is going to for us.
Who will? That's right. Yo, for real, there's a lot of stuff going on, but we are going to dive deep into this case to make sure that we obtain justice for Sino and that this story is amplified, certified by the masses, the people. It gets shoved down their throats because guess what? It could happen to you. When you stand up for your rights, they want to slam it down.
And they want to silence you by any means necessary.
That's right. And guess what? It's a lot of times by our very own counterparts with lighter complexions. Let's not get it twisted.
Right.
Make sure that the masses keep the people in check. The sheep are the ones that keep the ones that are trying to free themselves in check.
That's why you need some lions out there.
Huh.
We got the lions coming.
All right, I know this was a loaded episode for you all. I just want to remind you all, it is still justice for Rasheem Carter. It is still justice for Jaheim McMillan. It is still justice for Sino, justice for Jaheim, justice for Jalen, justice for Jamari, justice for all stolen lives, Fred Cox, Ricardo Munoz, Walter Wallace. The list goes on and on and on. We just celebrated, I believe it's the 2-year anniversary of the lynching of Casey Goodson Jr., who was murdered in Columbus, Ohio. So I just wanted to acknowledge that as well. We are going to get ready to wrap this up, everyone, because it's been a loaded episode, and I really do apologize for all the information, but like I said, there's a lot going on, and I will be right back. Meg, Sino, y'all are welcome to join me again if y'all choose to. But thanks for rocking with us, y'all, tonight. As usual, make sure you meditate on your path, celebrate your being, liberate your spirit, and educate yourself. I'm John Tell.
Hey, and I'm Sino. I'm always in. I'm always here. Love yourself. Just love you. Have love and be peaceful. John Tell, thanks, bro. I'm listening.
No doubt, man. Have a good one, everyone.